The amount of people sleeping rough in Cardiff has increased by 81% in the last 2 years. We're here at the Cardiff Student Sleep Out, just getting an insight into what the students are up to tonight. Can you tell us a bit about what you're doing tonight?
We are sleeping on the street, well, under the Student Union, to raise awareness for the homeless people in Cardiff, and I guess in general. So yeah, we're going to be out the whole night.
Can I ask, what do you know about the Student Sleep Out?
Well, not that much, to be honest. Sammy's just told us that it's about like raising awareness for homelessness and like the amount of people that have to sleep rough in it,
and the conditions that they have to sleep in as well, and how tough it is for them, especially in winter, and the fact that it's really hard for them, and that it just shows them, because it's right outside the SU where a lot of students come, and it just makes it more like, it shows them what it is right in front of their eyes, instead of them just walking past it and not looking down.
How are you guys feeling, and like your thoughts for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, I'm feeling quite buzzed really. I think because there's going to be activities and things for us to do, it's going to keep the morale going. So yeah, I feel quite excited. I'm not sure how I'll feel come 1 o'clock.
What kind of feedback have you received when you've told people you're doing the sleep out?
So like people from back home, like my friends and family and stuff, have been like, oh, that's so cold, are you crazy, stay warm, don't get ill. Everyone's just told me don't get ill. And then people kind of in Cardiff, I'll be like, oh, do you want to do it with me? They go, no, are you crazy?
A lot of people have said like how brave it is, like, which sounds like strange because obviously it's so well organised, but I think everyone I've spoken to knows how big a problem like homelessness is at the moment.
Especially because I'm from Ireland, there's usually like not really much homeless people in comparison to here in Cardiff, so it's something really different, yeah, for me.
Have the uni offered any benefits for you doing this? So, for example, I've heard that you get a free breakfast in the morning. Am I right?
Yep, and we get a t-shirt. And if you raise more than £100, you also get a jumper to say that you've done it. So, like, yeah.
Do you think the Student Sleep Out is actually representative of actually people that sleep rough?
Yeah, I think it definitely is, but there's also obviously the aspects of like hot drinks and things, and just like the general support from friends, because homeless people like have to find friends with each other rather than others.
As much as the fact that we are out in the cold, and it is November, so it's one of the colder months, and we are like on the floor just in sleeping bags, it's probably not that representative, because if you can look above us, like we have a shelter like over our head. Yes, it's open at the side, but a lot of homeless people around Wales and Cardiff, you see them and they're just like on the side of the street where there's no shelter, so we have that privilege.
Well, yeah. Sorry. So, could you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about what you do with Cardiff volunteering?
Okay, so my name's Leo Holmes. I'm a second year Politics and International Relations student, and I'm on the Cardiff volunteering exec. Volunteering also helps a lot with life experience, so I've learned a lot personally from volunteering in terms of like leadership, in terms of you know, kind of handling tough and tricky situations, especially with like you know, kind of impoverished people and like people with mental difficulties and children and stuff. So it gives me so much experience. So the Student Sleep Out was, I think it was last Friday it happened. Students asked to get there at 7 PM and sleep rough over the night. To participate, you needed to, I think it's pay £10 and then raise £20. So you're like raising money for the homelessness charities across Cardiff, as well as Cardiff volunteering, because we've got a lot of links with like several homelessness charities like the Help for Homeless Society as well.
£10 you have to, that's the kind of the joining
So
fee,
yeah, that's how much you have to pay to like kind of.
And where does that money go?
It goes into the volunteering pot, and then we just kind of use it for different charities that are like funding different events. So like, as I mentioned, the mini jailbreak and Bingo Lingo, some of it will go towards funding those, and some of it will go, as I said, to like several of our homeless charity links around Cardiff. But as now, I'm not too sure where it goes.
So for the Student Sleep Out, which kind of homeless charities did the money go towards from the money you collected?
Again, I'm not too sure, unfortunately. I think we've just collated it, and then we'll kind of decide.
It's not just going to Cardiff volunteering.
I don't know. I can't say that for certain, to be honest. Yeah, it will be distributed to, because it's a homeless, homeless event kind of thing. It'll be put into. So,
yeah, that's why we were kind of confused. We were looking at the page, like how it was marketed. It's kind of student sleep out.
Yeah.
So can you survive the night?
Yeah.
But then there isn't really the money goes towards Cardiff volunteering, but like where do the homeless people kind of benefit from this?
I think it was more to raise awareness.
My name's Ginny Bibbings and I'm the campaigns manager at Shelter Cymru.
Obviously, with regards to rough sleeping and homelessness in Cardiff, over the last few years, myself and other students have kind of noticed it's gotten there are more rough sleepers. I don't know if that's representative of what is actually the case.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The numbers of street homeless people have gone up and up and up over the last few years, and they've gone up in our services as well. So when I say we work with 20,000 people a year, only a small proportion of them are actually street homeless. It's usually about 300 people a year, but we've noticed some big increases in that over the last couple of years, and last year it went up to more than 500 people, 568 people.
Recently, Cardiff University Volunteering has organised a student sleep out where students have volunteered themselves one night to sleep at the steps of the SU as it's marketed, to raise money for charity. I don't know how familiar are you with student sleep outs and kind of like what is Shelter Cymru's involvement with them? If you'd be able to tell me anything about that.
Sure. We don't do sleep outs ourselves. I know that there are other charities that do sleep outs. I think some of our concern is that if you actually speak to people who are street homeless and you ask them what they think about student sleep outs, and they're like, it's not often a very positive response that you get. People who are street homeless don't think that this actually helps to create solidarity with them. They tend to see it more as poverty tourism. We've got a campaign on our website called 7 Ways You Can Help End Homelessness.
Yeah. It's
fronted by the actor Rhys Evans, who's our campaigns ambassador. There's loads of ideas there for different things that people can do, and partly it's about fundraising, partly it's about volunteering your time maybe, but it's also about those little day-to-day interactions with people who are street homeless. And this has to be a personal decision at the end of the day, whether you feel that it's right for you to give money or to go up to someone who's street homeless, have a conversation with them because it can be so lonely on the streets, or maybe to ask people, is there anything you need? You know, that can be a really positive thing too. But I know, you know, listening to street homeless people, there's very little that's kind of more disheartening than being given loads and loads of McDonald's when you haven't asked for a McDonald's and you're not hungry. You might be diabetic and you couldn't eat them anyway, you know, and actually you just need money for the B&B for the night or something like that, you know. So you know, we would always kind of stress, if you do decide to do something directly like that, then use your common sense, obviously, always use your common sense. But you know, just remember that, you know, these are human beings we're talking about, you know, and a human interaction and those precious moments of human connection can be so important to people, you know. But there are other things that can be done as well. The Street Link app is another important one to flag up. So if you come across someone who's street homeless, perhaps you don't feel that that you want to make an approach yourself, absolutely fine. You can download the Street Link app. And if you use that, you can alert the outreach services to where people are, so that will put them in touch with sources of support. So that's another positive thing people can do to help.
Well, to have a sleep out is not. I don't think it's gaining anything. To be quite fair, because what is it sending out the message to other people? To be in that person, walking a mile in that person's shoes every day, being a homeless person, it's just, you don't know what their background is. You don't know what they've been in through life. You don't know. Oh, hang on a minute, why you're on the streets? It's just different aspects of different life. What about us? We're human at the end of the day. Thank you.